Yeah.
So we're live. I hope we're audible.
I hope so too.
Let's see if we can increase the volume or somewhere.
I see it moving, so I hope
Okay.
that they can hear us.
So we're actually a couple of minutes early, I think. We got 2 minutes and then we can start off. So how are you doing?
Amazing. How about you?
Yeah, very excited for our first live stream on YouTube. And yeah, looking forward to doing many more such live streams. What do you think? Maybe one in a month?
Yeah, that's more realistic.
Yeah.
It will be better once a week, but
Yeah, true. Yeah,
we will see.
we will see.
Life is there. Life is life. We
True.
will see if we can make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we will just start now.
Is it
We
already time?
well, it is. I think there's a minute to go.
You're so Dutch.
Yes.
So
I've been on this, like, isn't it since the last 15 minutes I've already been updating you, like, oh, 10 minutes to go, 8 minutes to go, 4 minutes to go, like a rocket launch, like we're about to go into space.
And I'm like, okay, chill.
What happened to you? I thought you were the Dutch person, not me. It swapped roles. That'll happen after 8 years of being together.
I think we were together a little longer.
Is it?
Yes. We are in our 9th year together.
Okay, so I'm not that far off. Okay, the year has just begun now.
Yeah. Coming New Year's, it's 10 years. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. Milestone.
Yeah.
Well, we'll plan that in another time. The celebration, what we're gonna do for that.
So, what do you want to talk about? Tell me, because now it's time.
Yeah, it's time. Let's begin. So we're live, guys, and we're coming to you with a question. And the question that we have on our mind, well, it's actually something I saw in a news article recently, is are millennials actually smarter than Gen Z, or do they think they are? Well, the interesting thing about this is, like, the news article actually said that Gen Z is
First, maybe clarify who are the millennials.
Yes, that's a very good question. because honestly, for the longest time, even I was a little confused. Like, okay, which years come in the millennial category and which ones in Gen Z? So from whatever little research now I've done, is I believe millennials are those that were born between 1981 to 2012. And yeah, and Gen Z is right. Did I?
Oh, I thought you said 1981 and 1996. I think you told me this morning, but maybe you did some more research and found out something else.
Oh, no. It's it's 1981 to 96. And from 97 to 2012 is Gen Z.
Okay.
That's why I was confused for a minute. I was like, wait a minute, if it's until 2012, then, like, because now there's also the current generation is Gen Alpha.
But there was a Gen X in between.
Gen X is before millennials.
So that's from 90.
That's 1965. No, 1965 to 80.
So, like, some people are millennial and Gen X.
No, because 81 onwards is millennial.
Yeah, until 96, no?
Yeah.
And then?
And then 97 to 2012. You're just testing me at this point to see if I've done my homework on the subject.
Yeah, so there is like kind of like a generation that's being skipped in this article. Gen
What do you
X
mean?
is being skipped
Yeah, well,
because
because
they're comparing millennials with
yeah, but there's a
Gen Zs.
reason why. So
Okay,
I
tell
mean,
me, enlighten us.
so apparently, what the reason why this news article came up is they're saying that Gen Z is the first generation in modern history uh, who seems to be less intelligent in terms of IQ or things like
Mm,
that, cognitive wise, compared to the previous generation.
mm,
Whereas all the way up till the millennials, the trend has been that the next generation is a step ahead.
mm,
So this is what it says, and I thought it was interesting because I started thinking about it and I was wondering, like, is it really true? Like,
mm,
I don't know. I think it depends how you look at it, like on what aspects you're judging each generation, maybe or so.
mm-hmm.
Like I can see,
Well, but there are concerns in schools that uh, understandable reading
yeah,
and
exactly,
maths and all these things are like
on the
the kids are,
decline.
yes, exactly.
Yeah,
So they are questioning like, okay, where is this coming from? Like,
yeah.
how can this happen?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's exactly actually
yeah,
what the article is kind of
okay,
saying.
yeah,
And I was wondering, like, okay, so maybe there are certain aspects where maybe millennials have the edge over Gen Z.
mm,
But I also started thinking, why would that be? Like, why is it that this whole trend of this is the first generation where the trend has reversed?
mm-hmm,
And I think a lot of it, of course, because the major game changer between the time, like it started from the millennials era, but it really picked up, I think, in the Gen Z era is technology.
yes,
And I think that's
exactly.
really the game changer, which has kind of it has a lot of effects on like how the mind works and
Mm-hmm,
how
mm-hmm.
it programs certain things, your abilities, what is getting numbed or affected, and this kind of thing. So I guess in that way it makes sense because, like, I think Gen Z for sure has grown up completely in that era
True,
of
yeah.
where the internet has exploded. Everything is digital. People are hooked onto their phones more than
Smartphones,
ever
yeah, yeah,
before.
yeah, yes, yeah.
And like at least like
And
it's
even in schools, everything is now with we have in the
yeah,
Netherlands at least like a digiboard. Everything is digital, like all
yeah,
the educational materials almost digital.
yeah,
It's not in books anymore. It's
mm,
everything they need to do on the screen. Like even learning to read, write letters, they many times do
yeah,
on the board, and
correct.
uh, yeah, basically
Wasn't
everything
there,
is.
did you hear this? Wasn't there something that also said that because they're not using their hands to write, even the cursive writing or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, that's actually impacting like
The
ability, like
yeah, the brain,
brain
it's like
development kind
it
of?
does something with the left and right brain.
Ah,
I don't know how to translate it in
yeah,
the
yeah,
English,
I understand. Yeah,
but yeah, it does something to learn to
yeah. Certain aspects, certain parts of your brain are not getting developed, like
connected.
the
Yeah,
left side, right side, or whatever.
yeah,
I understand. Yeah.
yeah. So it's kind of funny because I just today uh, I read a message about that in Sweden they are removing all the digital educational material
From
from
classrooms.
classrooms and they go back to books
Mm,
because they have seen that what it does with the
mm,
children
mm,
with their ability to learn,
mm,
and that actually going back to the actual paper books and that and writing that it really increases their ability to learn and to um, grasp the material, the educational
mm,
material better
mm.
again.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I can imagine because, like, even if I like think about like how we use memory now compared to before,
Mm.
like I remember back in the day, when I was in my teens or so, like I could remember phone numbers of so many of my friends. Like that's
Exactly,
just how it was. You just had to remember them,
exactly.
even residence numbers and all these kind of things. But like today, if you ask me, I besides my immediate family, like I don't remember anyone. I don't know
Oh, you
anyone's
just
number. You
look
don't
it
have
up and
to.
you have it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So I can imagine like the struggle for like someone like a generation that's just grown up completely with not needing to do it. Like
yeah.
you don't have to give that kind of exercise to your brain for it to develop that kind of memory and learn to remember things, store things, because you have enough storage all around you to do the
Mm,
work for you. So yeah, it's kind of makes sense. But on the other hand, right, if I think about it, like, because there's also a thing where I observe, and like many people say that, right, like when you see the kids that are born,
mm-hmm.
they seem to be actually like many times even faster or sharper, like in terms of picking up things quickly. Or but I think maybe that has to do something with they get exposed to things faster, and that's why they
Exactly.
learn things faster.
Because in general, life is much faster.
Hmm.
Everything is fast, and that
Yeah.
also kind of came along with technology, I think, because
Hmm.
everything. If you also now see here in the Netherlands, everything goes so fast. Even on the streets, you see it's not we are used to cycle. Now everything is with an electric bike or with
Hmm.
a fat bike. Or
Yeah.
everyone is moving so fast. So even in
Yeah.
traffic, you see it's moving fast. And if you watch back, for example, cartoons, when we were young,
Hmm.
it was very like slow paced
Hmm. Yeah.
cartoons
Yeah.
and with a moral story in it. And now, if you see the animations, it's
Hmm.
like
And I think that's exactly what I was
and that's
coming.
also for like the kids that are being grown up with parents. Parents
Yeah.
are also more distracted
Hmm. Yeah.
in that
For sure. Oh
way.
yeah.
So the kids
Yeah. Yeah.
also automatically get more easily distracted and
Hmm.
um, yeah, it gives something to the alertness state of the nervous system also to be
Hmm.
more on.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
True. That's what I was thinking. Like, I think so. You see that the kids are born, like, there's no difference in, like, once the following generation, you see they're born, like, they're picking up things very quickly also. But at a
Mm-hmm.
certain stage, I think it's like a curve where it starts off with a lot of learning and stuff. But at a certain point, it's kind of numbing their senses and then working the other way, maybe.
Mm.
Like, it starts at a certain point, the learning starts going downhill because at a certain stage maybe the senses or the development is actually getting impacted, so like
Well,
they
I
start.
think it's maybe the overstimulation
Yeah.
that the brain cannot develop
Further beyond a
for
certain. Yeah.
like it develops, of course, still, but
Yeah.
yeah, there's a like a kind of like
But
a how do you say that? Uh, yeah, there's just like a curtain of overstimulation in
mm,
between, kind of
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, between the learning and yeah, the brain to grasp that
mm,
learning in an easeful way, kind of.
mm.
Maybe I
The
don't know.
certain areas I think are maybe not being stimulated enough or so, like I think the ability is getting kind of suppressed or dampened,
Mm,
like they're not able to really, like there is potential, whether it's Gen Z or millennials or whatever, but the overexposure and like the overstimulation from these devices and all these things is
yeah, there are
maybe
certain
hindering their
well, there are
abilities.
certain like parts of the brain that are being asked for to be more active,
Mm,
where the other parts of the brain that actually also need development
mm,
are kind of not being touched because of that,
yeah,
maybe, or lesser touched because of that, because
true.
the other parts, like the stress parts of the brain,
Mm,
are maybe how do you say it, more
impact or more I don't know, stimulated more. Yeah, I
Like
don't know
it's
how would you say that.
being more demanded of, kind of
Yeah.
like, like yeah.
So it's kind of like they're under more stress in a way, like
I
without
think
even
so.
realizing
I
it,
think
which is
so.
true.
The
That's what
nervous
it says.
system
It
is
puts it
in a
under
lot of
stress.
stress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like under constant subconscious
How
stress,
do
like
you
you
think
don't even know.
that why is there such a huge uh, worry about the youth, about
Hmm.
depression and all these kind of
I was
things?
just coming
Because
to that. Yeah,
this is
yeah,
what
yeah.
the brain is just cannot handle all this
Hmm.
stimulus and all this and the part of like calming the nervous system and uh, because of that overstimulance is not yeah, how do you say it, not being trained is not the right word, but um there's no space for it, let it say like that,
Hmm. Hmm.
kind of, where in when we were growing up we could play outside nature,
Yeah,
and greenery, everything that peace and calm
yeah.
we were still exposed to quite a bit. Well, maybe
Hmm.
you lesser in Mumbai, but
Well,
but
yeah. Well, we were
it was,
outside. We had
you
a
were
lot of.
outside,
We
yeah.
still had more sun than you. We always have had
True.
more sun
So
than you.
vitamin D also helps
Yeah,
for depression.
exactly, exactly.
But
Yeah,
yeah, but that's also a thing. People, kids are now or like
more indoors.
more
There's no.
indoors, and
Yeah,
so vitamin D is
yeah,
lesser. Depression is
which
then
is
also like
yeah
a
a
logical kind of
natural result of that.
exactly.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think it's all kind of interconnected
yeah,
in that way.
yeah.
So, and if you are in a depressive state of mind, then also
Hmm.
your brain cannot learn.
Function the way it has to.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
it,
it could.
it cannot use its potential.
Yeah.
Kind of what, yeah,
Hmm.
that slow pace of living in our childhood, what we had, it's kind of many don't have that.
Yeah.
Like the new
Yeah.
generation doesn't really have that anymore, and that's
Correct.
kind of also why there's in Netherlands there's such a movement also, I think, and there are more countries about
Hmm.
like raising the kids smartphone free,
Yeah.
so that they really try to also put it even up in the politics, like okay, make sure that at schools they cannot use the smartphone anymore,
Yeah.
and
That's
even
good.
social
Yeah.
media use, that it's going yeah, it being age limited,
Yeah. Age restricted now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Correct.
So yeah, I think that's actually in a way a good thing,
Always a very good
and
thing. I
that
mean, I cannot imagine like back in the teenage days if there was like there's already so much that you're dealing with in terms of your hormones and
yeah, yeah,
everything
yeah,
while you're still growing into an adult literally.
yeah, because I remember that the phones, the like the cell phones just came when, yeah, I was a teenager.
And even those were probably the basic ones, right? Like the
Yeah, the
Nokia
Nokia. So
3310.
so like everyone was playing Snake.
I was just gonna say that. Like that's all. Like that's what
So
a mobile game
but then
for us
that
was.
was
Play
just like
Snake.
there was this like two or three games on it, kind of,
Yeah.
and you send like the SMS messages and
Hmm.
all these things, and but you were already so occupied by it. But
Yeah.
now the smartphone
It's a
has,
whole new level. I mean,
yeah,
it's the
it's
things you
completely
play
made to
and
be a kind of being
addiction.
addiction,
It's
yeah,
complete
being addicted
addiction.
to
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
that's because of course the app makers, and so they want you to
Yeah.
be as long as possible on the app, or
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. It's their business, but it's coming at a price. Like the youth are
yes,
the ones paying the
the
price.
price for
Families
it.
are paying the price because the kids are not able to,
Yeah.
make the most of their potential. They are going into depression. They are unable to develop social skills because instead of spending more time with people, they're most of the time with their phones now.
Mm.
They'd rather, be with that. It's more comfortable. You don't have to deal with anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas otherwise as a teenager and stuff, like you go through the phase but you learn how to deal with people. There are ups and downs, but you finally learn what it is like,
Mm.
what the real world is. Yeah, but this is you're just stuck in the virtual world. And that's what is good about the social media thing that you also said, that they're
Yeah.
now trying to in many places curb that, make it age restrictive, because I cannot imagine if that was another thing that was available for us
Hmm.
during teenage, like 100%, I would have, I'm sure a lot of us
It's
would have been
tough to get
really,
out of that.
yeah. So
Like
we
it's
can, it's
just
almost like
yeah,
it's basically they're kind of Gen Z in a way, and now Gen Alpha after
yeah,
them. They're all really victims of this modern world where, like, okay, there's a lot of plus points to technology, but there's also, if you don't control it with kids that are growing up, there's a lot of
but
problems that are going to come up.
that's the same as like using AI
Yeah.
nowadays also because many are now using that for their how do you say it? Their
Work
essays and
projects and, yeah,
yeah, like they just ask ChatGPT or any
or
other,
other, yeah, virtual
and then they're
assistant
like, "Oh,
things. Yeah.
create this for me." Ploop, okay, put it. But
Yeah,
they don't
using,
like they don't use their own brains
yeah.
anymore. Of course, still AI can be useful if you use your own brain and if you use it as like a kind of like a sparring
Sparring partner.
partner instead of like just put your question, take the output, and use that for your
Mm,
essay or whatever.
yeah.
So yeah, but if more and more are starting to use it in that way, then yeah, what is there to for you yourself to learn
Yeah.
anymore? Like, of course,
Yeah.
it could increase your information intake,
Hmm.
but it can also really decrease your understanding of the information that you're getting to yourself.
Yeah. Correct. It's
Like it's
like,
not integrated in like your proper understanding.
yeah, exactly. It's like there is a lot of information available. You're being fed a lot of
Yeah,
information, but you're being literally spoon fed. It's kind of like, at a certain point when a kid is growing up, right? Like,
yeah.
maybe in the beginning you have to spoon feed, but then at a certain point it's like the child has to start using his or her own hands to start putting the food
Mm,
in them, and connect things and learn. That's how their brain develops also, with movements, coordination, this kind of thing.
yeah.
And with this AI thing, it's the opposite that's happening. It just keeps feeding you, and you don't
Mm.
have to use any part of your brain anymore.
No, you just ask the question and
Yeah,
that's it.
you get the answer, and your brain is just starting to rot because now
Yeah,
it's kind of like you either use it or you lose it kind of thing, which is happening, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah. Another interesting thing, just related to this article, I
Mm.
think they also said that millennials, comparing to Gen Z, millennials actually look younger compared to Gen Z for like the same age group or so.
Okay.
Like when you reach a certain age, if you compare like Gen Z versus
Mm.
millennials, and I'm guessing probably, I was wondering
But is that
how
not
is that
also depression related, maybe?
depression related? And
Yeah.
I also read this thing. I don't know how valid and all it's, but like the blue light thing, it also impacts what happens with your skin and stuff.
Hmm.
Blue light from your phones, from your laptops, these kind of. So if you're exposed longer to it, kind of your skin also starts
Then maybe we
aging
need to stop
quicker.
this
Yeah,
live
so
session.
that's why only once a month for us, the live stream. Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, it applies to all of us. I think we all have to ensure, like, no matter which group we're from, that we have to kind of see the balance where we want to use technology for our work, for entertainment, for educational purposes, whatever, for sharing things with people and all these things, which is fine up to a limit, but we
Mm.
kind of need to find the balance for sure. And I think that's where the struggle is more for the generations after the millennials, because they've just grown up in this environment.
Yeah,
Like, this is
we
the
still
world.
remember all the other things that are
Exactly.
also
We have
there.
passed through that we have passed through that transition phase,
Yeah.
but they've just grown up where this is the world
Mm.
that they know. They don't know any other
Yeah.
reality.
And this
Is
is of
kind
course
of,
like very like generalizing
yeah, of course.
because there
Yeah.
are many
No, there are many
Gen
that
Zs
are
that are
really
also very
achieving a lot.
aware and
Yeah. They're,
about all of this as well.
yeah.
So let that be clear.
Yeah. No, that's true. They're very aware. They're also achieving a lot. It's not like no
Yes,
one's achieving
exactly.
anything. There are a lot of, but it's just, I think, a general trend that you hear
Mm.
and stuff. And you see even all around
Mm.
you if you observe.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's not to say that like millennials would have been any better if we would have grown up in the Gen Z era, because you already see right now,
Yeah.
right, the millennial groups or even the older ones, Gen
Really?
X, yeah,
Yeah, they are as
now everyone is
addicted
hooked.
as
They're just as addicted and hooked to their phones
you see the older
at this
generation of
age.
60, they are even
Yeah,
more addicted. So just keep on scrolling. I was like,
exactly.
what is
So
this?
yeah, it wouldn't have been any
Yeah.
different. So if any Gen Z guys and girls watch this stuff, we're not trying to bash
No.
you or say anyone is superior or something. It's just the circumstances, and just trying to really bring light to the fact that this is going on. And
Yeah, kind of like it's food for thought to think
yeah,
about all of this, like
yeah, yeah,
and use it all wisely. I think
yeah,
what is being thrown at us now, yeah, nowadays. I think
yeah,
technology with everything that's going on, maybe, yeah, that's maybe also a thing. What you said with age thing, like maybe because of the all these e-bikes and stuff. I see these young kids all on e-bikes and
mm,
fat bikes.
yeah,
Like, where do they get still the exercise?
yeah,
Like, we used to cycle so far to school. You get your exercise, but now it's all electric, so they barely have to do anything. So yeah, then yeah, also your health
yeah. Your
is not
muscles are
as
not getting enough work,
exactly, and
so even that
the
development
strength of the
strength.
muscles they are losing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
ah, that's what I see also many times around me, and
Mm,
I'm surprised like how little strength many have while they are actually younger.
yeah,
Yeah, that if you look around on like no, the yoga,
yeah.
and I think, oh wow, like yeah, yeah, the muscles are really not being used enough
Mm,
anymore, and that's a problem for later because
yeah.
the more yeah, the older you grow, then yeah, start exercising, start throwing away the start cycling again. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Or find it in another way, at least, like your exercise or
Mm.
yeah, you too.
She's correct, actually. Yeah. Yeah. So I think, yeah, I think we can wrap it up with this really, that I think more than, which generation is intelligent than the other, it's really about
Circumstances.
circumstances, what
Yeah.
is going on right now in the world. And I think if we would have interchanged the generations, the same result would have
Mm.
been seen. So it's really technology, I think, that has been the one that really is the game changer, which has changed things really drastically. I think it's going to just keep going further and really push the boundaries, and
Mm.
remains to be seen what kind of world we're going to end up going ahead if we don't have enough dialogue about this kind of stuff. And which is why I think it's important to have these kind of discussions around us, and
To expose herself with this blue
yeah.
light.
So
Yes, no,
we
for
we
sure.
hope you enjoyed that, and please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next conversation.
See you.